afternoon carpool pickup time, and I'm actually pretty close up, which hardly ever happens, but it's good for me. After this, I need to go to the store to pick up a few things. I need to go to Kroger's to get some gas. I need some fruit. And I need to pick up a couple of things. So I think I'm gonna make me a little snack because I really haven't eaten lunch yet. So I'll probably make me some noodles. So we're gonna see how that goes. I don't know what this person behind me is doing, but we'll see. So picking up my baby girl from school, going to the store, get some gas, go home, make me some noodles. One of my oldest daughters is at home with my son because he is under the weather. I think that's about it for today. And tomorrow I'm gonna try to get some cleaning done. But anyways, that's what I got going on. So just stay tuned. So the line is finally moving for carpool pickup. About to get this girl, get this gas, run into the store, grab about 3 things, and get back home to my sick baby boy. And that'll be that. So, see you guys in a minute. So my baby wanted to go get some slushies, so we getting slushies. One slushie. Wanna say hi? Hi. We about to go get us some slushies. Come with us. And welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Ebony, and I am here to talk about faith, love, life, and all the things. I started off yesterday making a video. I was pretty much doing like a just like come with me, picking up my kid and so on and so forth, and I ended up having to end the video. I was going to cook in it and so on and so, things like that, but I ended up having to cut the video short because I started to develop pain. Now let's talk about this pain that I had developed. It was pain in my like lower back, and it was very, very painful to the point where it's like I was trying to fight through it, and not take any medicine, just try to get through the rest of the day after picking up my daughter from school. And mind you, my son was sick yesterday as well. But anyways, the pain just was getting, it was bad. I should have just took some medicine and just took a break or whatever. But, as a mom, as a woman, as a wife, you just kind of try to keep doing and keep pushing through, And so anyway, I just didn't feel like picking up to record anymore yesterday. So here I am today. But I just kind of wanted to talk about a little bit because I think maybe, you never know, maybe it would help someone and what they're going through or whatnot. So back in 2015, I was medically retired from the military. It's a bittersweet moment, because I had served 15 years in the Army and was looking forward to the rest of my career. But I started to pass out. I started getting these headaches. I started having um, just like pains in my joints, uh, and just was very tired. Just having a whole bunch of like just things going on, and I just was not understanding um, what was going on. So, um, ended up, you know, going to the doctors and trying to see what they could do to help me to better situation, because ultimately I wanted to stay in. I wanted to finish out my career. I wanted to switch over from being an NCO into being a warrant officer. And those were like some of my goals, but um, it didn't happen that way. Things change, and here I am now. Um, but what we end up finding out is that I have vertigo and several things. I have vertigo, fibromyalgia, which causes chronic pain. The vertigo, if you don't know what vertigo is, you could be laying down, sitting still, or whatever, and you literally feel like you're on like a merry-go-round, whether it's fast, slow, whatever. It's different for everybody, but you can just be laying down, not doing nothing at all, just waking up for the day, and the room is just spinning. With my vertigo, the longest that mine has lasted has been like a week and a half. Sometimes, I might get lucky and it lasts a couple of hours. Sometimes it might last a day or a couple of days, but um, it can linger. Let's just put it that way. And then the fibromyalgia I have, which is kind of secondary to another issue I have, which is Hashimoto's thyroiditis. And with Hashimoto's, it's just my thyroid pretty much attacking itself. But there's a lot of different symptoms that comes with that, as well as that comes with the uh, fibromyalgia. The Hashimoto's is considered a autoimmune disease, and fibromyalgia is not. Not quite sure why they haven't categorized it as that yet, but they have not done it yet. But I can just go over some of the symptoms that you get with the Hashimoto's, as well as with with the fibromyalgia. So, give me 1 second. I'm sorry, I messed that up. So some of the symptoms of Hashimoto's is fatigue and sluggishness, increased sensitivity to cold, increased sleepiness, dry skin, constipation, muscle weakness, muscle ache, tenderness, and stiffness, joint pain and stiffness, irregular or excessive menstrual bleeding, depression, problems with memory and concentration, swelling of the thyroid, puffy face, brittle nails, hair loss, and enlargement of tongue. I can tell you that I have felt the fatigue and sluggishness, the sensitivity cold, dry skin, the constipation, the muscle weaknesses and aches and tenderness and stiffness and joint pain, irregular or excessive menstrual bleeding, depression, even memory loss, the swelling of my thyroid, which I'm not sure if you can tell right now, but it's just like a little puffy down there, and puffy face. Not to mention weight gain. And it is hard to be on any type of regimen like working out, because it just seems like the weight just does not go away. Yeah. And so I deal with that. and I also deal with the fibromyalgia. And currently, fibromyalgia is not considered an autoimmune disease. I think it needs to be one, but hey, who am I? But let me go over what some of the symptoms for my fibromyalgia is.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Okay, Alexa. So, some of the common symptoms for my fibromyalgia includes medium to severe tiredness, fatigue,
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
less exercise endurance, sleep problems at night, depression, mood, anxiety, headaches, IBS, restless leg, painful cycles, and trouble thinking clarity, or they call it fibro fog. So yesterday, my back was literally killing me. And like all week, I have, for like the past 2 weeks, I started off last week and I had started off with vertigo issues. And last week, the vertigo lasted probably like maybe 2, 3 days. Um, it started off, of course, with the dizziness, not feeling well, feeling nauseated, to the point where like I really couldn't get out of the bed, but I knew I had to get out the bed because I'm a mom, I have to take kids to school. Um, and so, you So some symptoms, well, some of the symptoms from the vertigo is nausea and vomiting, dizziness, balance issues, hearing loss, tinnitus, headaches, motion sickness. I do know like my ears was like ringing like crazy last week. Um, and I think I heard some like a little bit yesterday, but I didn't get the off balance or dizziness feeling, but I was feeling nauseated last week and dizzy. Um, and I kind of had like a little headache or whatever. But, upon me getting up to get the kids ready for school, my youngest daughter came in and she's like, Mom, I don't feel good. So, I talked to her about that or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, you can just get back into bed and go to bed. And so me, her, and the baby, we just stayed home and had a sick day, which worked out good for me because with the vertigo, you really don't want to be driving or anything like that. Like if you are having like the dizziness and stuff like that, you don't want to, drive like that. Um, but back to yesterday. I know I probably sound like I'm all over the place, but back to yesterday. So my lower back, a lot of times my fibromyalgia, it my whole body just flares up. I can say that when I was pregnant with my son, he's 2 years old now, that like a lot of the symptoms of the fibromyalgia and the Hashimoto's or whatever, like the pain, the muscle aches and stuff like that kind of like went away. But now here we are in week two, I mean, not week two, year two of having my son, and like everything is starting to just like blossom again. And so I'm like, now I can tell you that MS runs in the family, and I had two cousins, one male, one female, both with MS. Both love dearly, both are no longer here. But that was something that I was talking to um, the doctors about. Pretty much going to the VA and talking to them about it. Since then, I had switched doctors. And so just kind of going through like all this medical stuff, I think you just kind of get burnt out and you don't want to be like, get like a no, it's not this, it's not that. And you're just constantly going, you're constantly telling them that you're in pain and you don't want to feel like, you're a hypochondriac and, all of the things or whatever, but like your body or whatnot. But so now I have a new doctor with the VA. And I have a new PCP. I switched my PCP as well because I had one before and she was following all the things, and then it switched over to another doctor who, let's just say, was not really showing any bedside manners or whatever, and was kind of alluding to me being like a hypochondriac or whatever. And I'm like, listen, I was in the military. I'm still trying to be in the military. I'm not trying to be no hypochondriac. I do not want anything to be wrong with me. Okay, let's just start there. But since I'm feeling all of these things, let's try to figure out what this is. But anyway, so since then, I don't have her anymore. I have another doctor who was wonderful. And I just hadn't followed back up on that, yet. So, maybe that's something that I need to follow up on, because I do get numbness in my legs. I do get severe back pain. I have really bad sciatica. I have really bad migraines, heart palpitations, just a whole like list of different things. So yeah, I was on some different medications, but of course, when I got pregnant with my son, I had to stop taking some of the medications because I was pregnant, and because after that I was breastfeeding, and he couldn't take stuff like Tramadol or what's another, gabapentin or something like that, so things that I would take to kind of like mask the pain. I actually had to stop taking. And now, because I'm on a different medication for the anxiety, I can't take those things. So I have to figure out what it is that I can take, that won't clash, right? So, yeah, I just wanted to just kind of be like an open book. So yesterday I couldn't finish recording because of the amount of pain that I was in. And I just finally took some medicine and just got into bed. Yep. Just got into bed. But, I can say that I am, still thankful to God that, I'm here, and, it could be worse than what it is or whatever. I'm not going to deny my pain. I'm not going to deny, anything that I experience or anything that I'm going through. But, I have faith and trust in Him that He will give me everything that I need and bring in all the doctors and all the things and all the medication, whatever it is that I need to be successful and be productive. Because I want to keep moving. I want to be productive, and, just run around, and be there for my children. I mean, hey, I have a 2-year-old, so I need to have the energy, right? And at 43, you need all the energy you can get with a 2-year-old. But anyway, I am sorry if it sounded like I was just rambling on, but I just wanted to, kind of bring awareness to some silent disabilities, chronic pains, and stuff like that, because it can be debilitating. I do have a handicap placard, that goes on my vehicles, and one that I can put if somebody, take me around. But, some of y'all be giving people like the side eye when y'all see people parking handicap spots and they don't come out. Let me say something. Just because a person doesn't have a physical disability that you can see doesn't mean that they don't have an invisible disability. Okay? So let's just kind of normalize that. You don't know what a person is going through. A person doesn't have to be old or, you know, physically disabled to be disabled or to be able to park in those spots. I can tell you that I don't always park in those spots. Sometimes I park far away because I want to get the exercise in. I want to be able to walk in the stores. But on other days where I may feel like I may need to have a cane and I don't use it or whatever, you know, I park in that spot. You know what I'm saying? My daughter and I went to Kroger just a couple of days ago, and I drove, but and I'm get inside the Kroger's, and then all of a sudden I just started feeling the vertigo. And so what did I do? I handed my daughter, the keys and said, "Hey, baby, you're gonna have to drive home. Mommy's feeling vertigo." um, and I am learning to be okay with that. I don't want to say that I've been prideful or anything, but just having to like really give up certain things and not being able to have control over things has just been like, ugh, you know. um, and I don't know if that's just my personality, if that's me being in the military for so long, or what it is, or whatever. But I'm learning to say, it's okay not to be okay. But yeah, but that's all I have for today. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.